everybody, good morning. It's I believe it's video log 43. I haven't really been doing them lately because, or actually daily, because didn't want to bore you with the details of whatever I do each day. But I am on my way to my dance lesson. I feel like my entire life is kind of filled with dancing, even though I guess I should be spending more time doing it. The fact that I just said my life has been occupied with dancing. But I did practice a little yesterday. I didn't have any dance practices per se yesterday. So I spent some time practicing my chaîné spins and well, actually mostly chaîné spins, right? Like different scenarios where you would actually do the spin, like in cha-cha and two-step. I hope that it will show that I have practice today in my lesson, because I actually did the spin in my socks, and you know, socks is a little bit more slippery than dance shoes, especially when my socks is on with floor. But the fact that I'm able to control it, I think that means I am developing some level of foot pressure and footwork even when it's very slippery floor. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. So yeah, oh, and yesterday I also went to dinner with one of my very good friends that it was his birthday a couple weeks ago. However, due to my competition schedule, I wasn't able to you know, treat it out for dinner until yesterday. So we did that. It's good catching up, and spent about like maybe 4 or 5 hours. We went to Wildfire, and you know, the funny part was that I feel like lately, I'm not sure if it's because of the stress or whatever, that I have not had very good appetite, even though I feel hungry. So I have the appetite, but I wasn't able to eat a lot. Been having some little stomach upset lately. So but for whatever it's worth, I guess it's helping me with my weight control, because today I weighed myself, and I guess I'm down another pound. And it's kind of funny because yesterday I ordered crab cakes, right? And there were only two crab cakes for whatever amount. It was super, it was like $30 something for a crab cake. And so it's like $15 per crab cake, and I'm pretty sure those are probably canned crab meat, and not fresh crab meat from, like, you know, crab lakes or whatever. But I must say, it's the crab cake itself is all crab meat, so it's the ingredient they use is definitely a lot better than other crab cakes I had. But the funny part is I think I ate maybe a half of that one. So I took home 1.5, but that was done. I think it was very substantial, and it was a lot of crab meat. So I wasn't really, I felt kind of full and satisfied just after half. So my entire dinner, I had very little. I had one garlic dinner roll, a little bit of roasted vegetables, half of a cup of French onion soup, which has some cheese, and then half a crab cake. I think normally I would have been able to finish that crab cake. So, and my friend ordered a chocolate chip cookie skillet with ice cream, and I had a couple bites, but that's about it. Then we went to Omega. You know, Omega is very cool because it's like they're open for 24 hours. So any time of day, the later it gets, the busier it is. And I ordered a California cheesecake, which I ate the fruits on top. So it wasn't a lot. So I don't feel, even walking out of the restaurant, I didn't feel full at all. though I didn't really feel full, but I think more importantly is the time that you spent catching up with your friends. I don't have a lot of good friends per se. I really believe in quality versus quantity. So because if you have quantity, right, it's hard to focus or get to know someone. And then if you have lots of friends and you're going out all the time, do you find yourself explaining the same situation or same experience over and over again, which I don't like that. One of my probably most disliked events when I work for Accenture as a consultant is that we have networking events that I go to, and I feel like I'm repeating the same thing over and over again. So that was not enjoyable at all. Yep, so more dancing. I was able to get in touch with one of the judges for Country Western, and he was giving me some pointers of stuff that I need to work on, and he's going to be the next competition, so I will be scheduling some time with him so I can get some coaching to just to get better. I really do believe that you need, if in order to become a good dancer, a well-rounded dancer, that you need to learn from a variety of people, because the same concept explained differently might help you understand it better or faster. So yep, that's kind of coming up, and in about 2 weeks I'll be going to Florida to see my rhythm coach for more lessons, and I really don't have a plan of how. I mean, all I can think of right now is that we're going to work on the rhythm stuff, obviously, especially cha-cha and East Coast swing, because that's in our competition. I feel like, but however, I'm not sure if that's gonna take up all the lessons that we have scheduled. So I'm thinking maybe we can work on concepts and fundamentals, perhaps styling, or just developing body movement in general, or perhaps we can actually touch on the other dances, fundamentals of other dances, which I guess I do have videos for, so I probably don't need that. So I have to talk it over with my dance partner, and we have come up with a plan to figure out what is the best way to spend our money and time, I guess, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I need to plan out. Yep, and some update on Silva. I have been doing the Silva exercises daily, though recently it's just more of practicing getting into alpha state. There was no specific purpose, which I think I should define a purpose, but for right now it's just really practicing getting into this alpha state, because part of what I need to practice is the hand levitation, but that requires, I believe, a lot more time. So I kind of tried it out today a little bit, and so part of the exercise to practice is that you need to focus on your right hand when it's rested on your knees, right? And the ultimate goal is that for your hand to lift up and touch your face unconsciously, meaning that you are not lifting the hand manually, that you should feel like the hand is lifting by itself, right? So, and honestly, I think that's probably the most unsure exercise that I feel right now, because I'm not sure how that actually will work. But when I actually did it this morning, when I was focusing on my hand actually felt kind of really warm at first, and then it became a little numb, like the hand doesn't really belong to me. And because I was focusing on, my mind was thinking lifting my hand, lift it, or whatever it is. My hand was kind of moving by itself very slightly, like it was no like toward maybe a few minutes in, my hand was no longer resting fully on my knee, like it was levitating, like it's floating. But even though my fingertips are still touching my knee, but the weight, the full weight of my hand is no longer on my knee. So I think, you know, maybe it is possible. However, I got disrupted, so I didn't continue with the practice. So I am actually pretty excited about it. Maybe one day I should be able to lift it with my mind, you know, toward my face. So that's kind of cool, right? Then there's right now the current chapter that I'm listening to is habit and weight control, which is, I think, could be very helpful. Excuse me. You know, I think we all have bad habits, and learning how to break that, I think, it's probably one of the more useful things about this is that one of the examples they gave was that they worked with 15 alcoholics. Actually, was it drug addicts? Sorry, they were drug addicts, and these are like hardcore drug addicts, right? And after the training for a week, I mean for a month or something, they said all but one person was able to get rid of the habit, was able to break the habit. The one that wasn't able to, he received additional training and help that he was able to eventually break the habit off as well. And I think, you know, if we utilize this in maybe the rehab centers, it might be very good. I don't know if that's what they use. So it's kind of cool. And also you can use it to control, to get healthier and control your weight, about, you know, not eating unhealthy food. So and one of the things that I've heard from it that actually stood out was that they talk about humans have a survival instinct, and how do we survive, right? We survive by breathing, eating, and drinking water or liquid, whatever it is. And they talk about that the bad habits, like the addictions that we get into, are usually related to our instinct to survive, because the bad habits become our instincts, since that this is essential for our survival. So, for example, like we need to breathe, right? And a lot of smokers, when they get stressed out, they would smoke a cigarette, and you know, like it's kind of their survival instinct to breathe, because they're breathing in air, they're inhaling smoke, and they're exhaling it. Makes them feel alive, right? They're creating, they can see the air, the smoke coming in and out. And then, you know, drinking, right? It's people who drink alcohol, and becomes part of their living habit, their essential survival habit. And eating, right? We eat bad stuff, but when you're stressed out, what do you usually eat? The high sugar snacks, right? It's you get addicted to it because you feel like you need that to survive. Like I'm stressed out, I don't know what to do, or I'm bored, then I go find some high sugar snacks to snack on, because that's what I need. That helps me. So it's very interesting how they explain these addictions, and how the methods that they teach how to actually get rid of or lessen the addiction and help yourself out of it. So whatever I'm learning right now is so useful. I'm so happy. Yep. That's about all I'm going to talk about today. And yep, I will report back my next video and see you. And So have a great day, everybody. Hope you enjoy the weather wherever you are, and I'll talk to you guys next time.